Browns' highest graded players for the game against the Packers. Nick Chubb tops the list. Anthony Walker, good to see him that high up linebacker spot. Joel Bitonio, you move him all over the place. He still grades out high. MJ Stewart, he did have a really good game at the safety spot. And Dearness Johnson, also a great game as that second running back. And Mac, Walker is a guy they're going to need against the Steelers along with the two running backs. It's kind of a given that you're going to get the play you do from Joel Bitonio. Kind of expect him to be one of the highest graded. But I think the run game will play a key for the Browns against the Steelers. And that defense is going to have to shut down Najee Harris and get after Ben Roethlisberger a little bit.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there, Dave. And, the other big part of this, too, was in their first matchup, the Steelers really focus on that run game and shutting down Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb was coming off of the COVID list, I believe, either a COVID list or he was coming off of his injury. No, he's coming back off the injury report. But, with Nick Chubb coming back into that game, he was still kind of getting his wheels going again. And at that point, he was really slowed down by that Steeler defense. So the Browns need Nick Chubb to get this game rolling at that point. Because I think if the Browns are able to get that lead early, I think that they're going to be able to, kind of sustain that success and really control the clock. They're able to do that well against Green Bay despite the turnovers. And then on the other side of the ball, you mentioned it with Anthony Walker. There were a few times where Najee Harris, as he's out in the open, you had guys making business decisions when it came to tackling Harris at that point. Anthony Walker was one of those guys. And MJ Stewart, too. I got to give a lot of credit to him as well because, again, you mentioned it, the fact that there were players that were down when it came to that secondary. He's really stepped up both this year and last year. He's been a great stalwart on that defensive side of the ball, and he's been somebody who's been able to fill in on the defensive side and been able to perform well. So, if he's able to step up, if Anthony Walker is able to perform well, and then you mix in JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, able to perform against Najee Harris, and I think that the Browns can go ahead and look at a victory here this week.
And I think one of the keys, as always, I say it all the time, turnovers are going to be a key, and the 4 turnovers against the Packers, especially against that team, do not give Ben Roethlisberger the ball any more than he's going to get it. Make them work for touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the name of the game, keeping away those extra possessions for the other team. And you think about it, it's tough, obviously, to win a game when you throw 4 interceptions. But at the same time, Browns still only lost this game by 2. So for the Browns, it's a situation where the defense has been performing. They've been able to step up. But at the same time, the offense needs to pick up on the other side as well and make sure that you're converting and not turning the ball over, like you mentioned. It's a key battle every single week. And for the Browns, they need to make sure that they're taking care of the ball, and especially against a veteran team like the Steelers with Najee Harris as a rookie running back, but under the lead of Ben Roethlisberger, they need to make sure they don't give that team any extra possessions at that point.